What up, what up, what up? You're now locked in with your boy King J, and this is the good news, man. And I got a very, very, very special guest today, man. Atlanta legend, Eastside legend, man. My boy Issa in the building, man. What's going
Yes,
on,
sir.
brother?
My brother, what up, man? Thanks for having me, man.
Hey,
I'm
man.
excited to be here.
Hey, man.
You know, it's a vibe in here, brother.
I feel like it was a manifestation in the making, man. I feel like I've been knowing you for a long time, way before you
Yep.
been knowing me, man. I seen you on the scene doing your thing before I even really got into the music real heavy, man.
Okay.
I went to Miller Grove. I know you went to
Oh,
Towers for a
okay,
little
okay.
bit
Yeah, yeah. I went to
and
Towers.
whatnot. And,
Yeah, yeah.
I think the first time I really ran into you for real was at when God is Dope. It was a show. And we took a photo. I sent that to you the other day. That was the first time I ran into you. And
Yeah, I
said, man,
remember
we
you
need
sent it to
get
me.
in. And you know, it was just really a manifestation to me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you know, forward to today.
Nah,
man.
bro, I connected with your vibe. I remember when you sent me that record and Elo had played it for me. I think Elo had played it for me. So I'm just a person who go off good music. You know what I'm saying? It's music that I like.
Yeah.
People that I like. You know, I just want to stay like that. You know what I'm saying? I just want to, no matter how influential I become and how big I get as an artist, I'm always like just connect. If I hear something that's dope and that I like, I ain't never going to hesitate to just, you know, jump on it. You feel me? And that's kind of like the connection with me and you. It's like, man, this brother right here got a great vibe. He doing his thing. He's dope. His music is dope. We one and the same. You know what I'm saying? So why not collaborate and keep it going? And so that's just how I move, man. So
Nah, that's real, man. I rock
yeah,
with that.
bro.
And, just to even let folks know what's going on, we're gonna start it off like by saying, like, you know, it's just the good news. So before we get into anything else, man, what's your good news, man? What's the good news that you got to share?
I just dropped my volume 2, the series IAM volume 2. I'm doing the series this year. The good news is I'm not holding on to any music anymore this year. I'm just letting the clip. I'm letting loose. I'm unloading the clip, man. We were just talking about that. You know, I'm just 2024 is like, man, I'm going to release a lot of music. I'm going to put out a lot of content, and we're going to break the dough down. I ain't waiting on the right, you know, everybody, you know, want to say we got to wait on the right time, wait on the right marketing, wait on the right this, wait on the right that. That's true in a sense, but it's like I feel like I spent too many years waiting, and it's like you got to create those moments. You got to set it up for yourself for those moments to happen. And so the mind space I'm in now is just like the good news is that I'm keeping it going. I'm staying consistent. I'm dropping music. I got my volume 2 that I just put out last week. It's hard. It's hard. I really want everybody to tap in. I know the way the music is consumed these days is like a little different. It's like people listen to it maybe one time and then it gets old the next week. So that's why I was like, I got to stay consistent. I just dropped volume 1 January. I'm going to drop volume 2. Boom, right back in March, top of April. I'm dropping visuals. I done dropped these visuals. By the end of the summer, I'm dropping volume 3. Then I'm coming back out again at the end of the year. And it's just like, until I get to a place where I feel like people are listening to my music, I want you to live with the music. I'm gonna just keep dropping. So that's why I'm at. That's where I'm at with it. That's the good news for me.
Man, that's some great news right there, man. Because I feel like, man, as artists sometimes, man, like my boy Mike always tell me, man, let it fly, man.
Yeah, for
we,
sure.
we be sitting on this music, man, and it's like, what we really sitting on it for, man? Like you said, it ain't no perfect moment. All we got is the now.
All we have is the now. Man, it's a book. It's a book called "The Power of the Now" by Eckhart Tolle. It's a writer that you like that. It's another book that he has. Of course, everybody know "The Power of the Now." What a lot of people know. It's another book he got called "The New Earth." That is, man, I be always talking about this book, and it, you know, you familiar with that book, brother? The New Earth. Oh, okay, I seen you shaking your head. But anyways, I always talk about it because it kind of just changed my perspective. It deals with some of the same principles we're talking about now, but it just teaches you a lot about your ego versus your higher self. You know, your higher self being I am, what you would call I am, which is the higher version of yourself versus your personal self, who is like the person who you are every single day. For example, like me and you, our personal self is like we black men with dreads. You know what I'm saying? So even that comes with an ego. Even me being a husband and a father comes with a certain ego. So ego, I always looked at it. I used to think of the ego as like something that is like, oh, somebody I think they are that, or somebody who got too much dip on their chip, too much, overly confident. They got a big ego, but the ego is just really whoever you think you are, a sense of self. And a lot of times, just as humans, we get wrapped up into the ego real hard. Even just being a father, being a husband, being a black man out here, being a rapper, being an artist, all those things, just come with a certain ego. And just separating myself from that and stepping into my spirit self, which is the higher version of myself, is what I've been practicing. And that's where the whole IAM thing came from. Also, in the first 5 books of the Bible, Moses asked God. He was like, well, who should I tell them your name is? And I don't know if y'all know this, but his answer was like, tell them my name is I am that I am. I never understood that until I read this book, and it makes a whole lot more sense, because it's like you can't even put a label on it. You can't put a label on God. You can't say that he's anything. Yeah. You can say that he's all these different characteristics. People say God is love, God is this, God is that. Yeah, he might be, these are his characteristics, but you really can't box him into anything. Yeah. So he just was like, I am that I am. And so that's like the higher version. That's the highest version of yourself that you can get, is disconnecting from whoever the physical, carnal version of yourself is. Now, I know that's a little deep, but that's just kind of something I've been on, because you were talking about the power of the now. It just led me into that, the other book that Eckhart Tolle wrote, which is called The New Earth. And I learned a lot. I read that book like over a year ago, and I learned a lot about myself and just about the human race in general. So that's just another point.
I think that's another thing we got in common, man. I don't know if you knew, but the label that I created for myself is called I Am.
Oh, wow, that's hard. I didn't know that.
Independent artist making moves.
Oh, that's hard. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I didn't even know that. So that
no, I was sitting over here thinking while you were saying it. I was just like, but ultimately, I created an acronym for it, but ultimately,
that's hard.
Where it came from.
Yeah.
Like the whole I am.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. That's hard, bro.
Definitely think that's something we got some something in common on, man. I mean, can we get into this project though, man? I see you got some features on there too, man. Like, talk about that a little bit.
Well, volume 1, I didn't really have any features. I think I had Jacquees on there on 1 or 2 records. I just kind of wanted to establish myself as I am. I wanted, when people listen to my music, just to them to get a sense of me and to kind of know me as an artist. I think sometimes when you do it that way, it sets you apart and people can just see what it is you bring to the table. Mm-hmm. But volume 2, I think I had a couple features.
Yeah, I was listening to it today, man.
What is it? Oh, I got Saha the Prince on there. Yeah. And I got another artist, up and coming artist named Millionaire Street, and also Jacquees on a few records on there too. So yeah, man, those features was dope. That Saha the Prince feature came about a couple years ago, about a year and a half ago, I'd say. And I've been sitting on it and just waiting for the right opportunity to drop the record. But Saha always been a super crazy lyricist, always been a dope artist to me. And I reached out to him through Jonathan, who is a mutual friend of ours. He actually went to school with Saha and grew up with Saha the Prince. I think he was dealing with his management at one point too. Mm-hmm. Jonathan is also Jacquees' manager. And so I asked him, I was like, man, I got something for Saha. You think he'd jump on it? He was like, we'll see. We can send him the record. And we sent him the record. And Saha, man, he sent his verse back within a certain amount of time. It didn't even take him long. He sent the verse right back. So I always like genuine stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing that happened with Fabulous. And that's the way that I am too as an artist. You know what I'm saying? I like when artists just, if they like something, they jump on it. It don't have to be a whole lot of politics involved. Yeah. But Fabulous did the same thing. Fab was on he was on volume 1, and I dropped the song Hair Down with him and Jacquees. And we got that feature the same way. Jacquees sent it to him and, just was like, bro, if you like the record, we want to have you a part of it. A few months, it took Fab a little bit longer, but a few months later, he sent the MP3 back. He put his verse on it, just like that. And so both of those features was genuine. I feel like for my whole career, I want to keep it like that. I want to collab with people who want to collab with me. You know what I'm saying? And, I ain't never paid for a feature or nothing like that. So all the features that I have has always just been off the organic relationship. or just not even a relationship, but people just liking the music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then that turns into a relationship after that. You know what I mean?
It start with the song, man. Like you said, you gotta like the vibe of the song, because I mean, you speaking of those people, I'm gonna speak on you a minute though, because I mean, even when we locked in, man, like you came in there and I saw the way your process and how you locked in and just knocked that out, man. I was like, all right, yeah,
man, for sure.
That's real. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, bro, that's how it should be, bro. You know, music is just like something that needs to just live, and it's like if it's great and it's good, then it should be heard, and it should, you know, we should share music. You know what I'm saying? And we should collaborate, especially when it's dope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I like to be a part of stuff. I like to be a part of music that's great and stuff that got a vibe to it. You know, I feel like I got a good ear for good music. I know I do. I got a real good ear for good music. And so it's like when I hear something that's dope, it's like, man, that's hard. I know it's hard, for sure. Because I've been doing this for so long. You know what I'm saying? I've been rapping since I was a kid. So, man, when I hear something that's good, I know it'd be good for real. And so, yeah.
I mean, the fact that you've been doing this so long, man, and like you've been staying down, it seems like you keep that hunger and all that, man. What would you tell like to younger up and coming artists, man? Like some advice just for them to, you know, to have to grow on.
See, everybody's path is different. Everybody's walk is different. It's like it's books on how to make it in the music industry. You got like 50 Cent wrote a book. It's like you got all kind of books. You can go read those books if you want to, and you might get a few good points from it. But in my opinion, it's like everybody's process is different. So my process might be different than yours. It might take me 10 years to continuously do this and do this and do that, and then I finally have a breakthrough. For another person, they might wake up one day, start rapping, go to their homeboy studio, make a song, and it blow up. Yeah. That's a different process. Another person, they might go get a record deal, it's a guy named Four Bats that just blew up all over the place. I was watching a video on YouTube about him. He's super dope, by the way. So anybody who I speak of, this is all just pure intention. But the video was showing how he came out of nowhere. They can't even figure out his past or anything. He just put out this video. It went viral. Drake, Kanye, everybody start, talking about it. But then they was trying to figure out, like, how in the world did he just blow up like this? Apparently, he had this black woman who's a manager at some label that put the whole plan together. They planned that. So it's like, that was amazing to me. I'm like, yo, this is crazy, because it's like you can't write a book on how to make it. Everybody's process is different. So I can't sit up here and tell you like these are the steps in order for you to make it. It's like, yo, the one thing I can say is believe in yourself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that sounds cliche. Everybody say that. Believe in yourself, believe in yourself. But it's real though. It's like, even though it sounds cliche, it's like the one fact that sticks with everybody. It's like you got to believe in yourself. You got to believe that you can do it. Because if you don't believe that you can do it, then you can't convince anybody else that you can do it. You can't convince a group of people around you to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. So if you're young and you upcoming, whatever it is that you do, if you rapping, if you're a videographer, if you're a tattoo artist, if you're a designer, an actor, whatever trade it is that you're in, if it's entertainment, if you're a plumber, you want to have an electrician business, whatever it is, you got to first believe in yourself. Everything else will be added on to you, and you just got to wake up every day, and you have to put time into your gift, put time into it. Like for me, for example, I got 5 children. I'm a husband. I got a number of hats that I have to wear every day. But it's no excuse, because it's like today my day started 7, 8 a.m. All day doing stuff up until I go home, take a shower, change clothes, because I got to come do this. But to me, it's like nobody cares that I'm tired. Nobody cares that I had all this stuff to do all day. People don't care about that. It's like, so you got to show up. You got to put energy into it, even if it's 2 hours of putting energy into whatever your gift and your craft is, and then you crash out after that. Just don't let the world beat you down, because life can beat you down if you let it. And what I mean by that is so many things that, is in front of us, especially as black men out here, where we have to deal with this. We might be overwhelmed by stress. We might got female problems. We might got kids. We might got financial difficulties. Now we got to go work a job or two. And so now that stops us from chasing or walking in our purpose. I don't like to say chasing dream. Walking in our purpose. You feel what I'm saying? And now we get distracted because of all these things that life is bringing to us. You can't let that distract you. It's like you got to stay committed to it. That's what separate the ones that's gonna make it to the ones that's not. It's like you got to just stay committed. You got to stay committed, and no matter what happens in life, it's like keep at least put an hour or two, even if it's an hour a day. Do something at least 1 hour a day into your craft. At least 1 hour. Like at the end of my day, even if it's like commenting and responding to like 20 comments at the end of the day, even if I'm dead tired in my bed. Like the other day I had to upload my album on Audio Mac. A lot of times artists have people to do that for themselves. You know, they got people in place. There's been times within my career where I've had people to do that kind of stuff. Upload my stuff on all Apple Music and, you know, distribute it and all that kind of stuff. As of right now, I'm like a person who's doing all that stuff. So I had to like sit up on my computer, upload my stuff on Audio Mac, go through all the tedious things. But that was the work that I put in for that day. You feel what I'm saying? It took about an hour and I felt good about it afterwards. Right after that, I went straight to sleep. I was tired. I almost didn't do it, but I did it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's like my advice. And I'm still sitting here as a person who is looking forward to reaching my peak and having my breakthrough telling you this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm still a person that I don't feel, and if I could be transparent, that I've made it yet. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, some people might look at this and be like, you know, they know me and have known me for years, but I still don't feel like I've got my just due yet. But I know that I am going to. You know what I'm saying? And so even if this video goes viral a year from now after I do what I'm supposed to do, that's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you be speaking, bro.
Nah, just a little something. I just wanted to get that across, because a lot of, you know, that question is kind of like, well, what would you say to the young artist? And people always answer that in different ways, but there's really no right or wrong. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's like, everybody just got to do what they do, because there's so many different routes, there's so many different ways. So that's what I would say, bro.
Understood. I'm gonna step into another aspect of the game, because I always see you, when I see you, man, like I'll say you be dressed to the T, man, especially like for videos, for
appreciate that,
man.
bro. That's
so
love.
It's just like how important it is, you know, as far as image wise, you know.
First of all, I appreciate you saying that, bro, but it's like, I think appearances is a big part of it, because it's like you gotta. First of all, we living in this world. I mean, to be honest with you, bro, if I could dress down every day, I would. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just throw on I tie my hair up in like a little Rasta hat and throw on something and just be chilling. But because we living in this world and we amongst people and people respect appearance, people respect when people see people dress, people looking at your shoes. We in this world where, as an artist, you got to represent yourself. You can't have step out here. You got niggas with $200,000-$300,000 chains on. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I ain't trying to compete with that, but I'm at least put on a little bit of something, so you know that I care about myself. It's self-love at the end of the day. When you putting clothes on and when you go look in your mirror and how you look with that bucket hat in your shades. At the end of the day, it's self-love, bro. If you love yourself, it's like you got to represent. We got to represent. Let's just think, we represent God out here. You going to go represent him? I know people always act like, oh, you know, Jesus was dressed down. Actually, he used to dress very well. There's scriptures I can show you where he was dressed very nice. Jesus didn't just wear anything. You feel what I'm saying? He was dressed nice, and he took care of himself, and he was rich. I'm going to go as far as to say that. People don't even acknowledge that side of Christ. How you think he was going everywhere with 12 other men? He ain't never want for nothing. He was feeding thousands of people. It was 3 men that came and met him when he was born and giving him treasures. He had a whole lot of money. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Now, he wasn't no showboat. I ain't saying he was walking around with a whole bunch of jewelry, because it did say that he made himself, he was humble in a way. He didn't make himself beautified and stuff like that. So he did that, in a humble way, because he didn't come to be that. But on another note, I'm saying that to say, it's like, we got to represent out here. We got to represent to the T. So I can't let nobody talk me out of like putting shit on and getting dressed. And the more successful I become, the more I'm gonna continue to put on nice clothes. And it ain't gotta be designer. It don't gotta be Gucci, Louis. It don't have to be all of that kind of stuff. It's like right now, my homie made this for me right here. Shout out to Romance. He made this whole suit. A lot of the clothes I wear, I got a lot of designers around me. And as I go up, I kind of want to build them up as well. I'm talking about designers. Like, I got like 4 or 5 guys who I used to live in a house with who stitch clothes and make clothes. Shout out to London. Shout out to Romance. Shout out to V Care, my cousin. I'm the first one to start wearing V Care. Young Thug and Gunna start wearing it after him. Who else? It's like 4 or 5 designers. It's like 2 people I'm leaving out right now. But anyways, these are like guys, young black men who started their clothing lines. Shout out to Rich Chezza, FYB Rich Chezza. You familiar with him? Yeah, you know, he started out with us too. But young black designers who started out, and that's another whole nother profession that niggas is getting rich in right now, man. And that's a key. Everybody don't got to rap. We all got different skills that God gave us, by the way. You know what I'm saying? But building up these young black designers and putting that drip on, that's important. We don't always got to go spend our money, you know, with Gucci and with Chanel and Prada and all that kind of stuff. It's cool to buy that stuff if you want to, but to me, it ain't about that. It got to be in you, not on you. So I like to just put clothes on. Nigga, you can go. I got stuff. I go through the thrift store. I go put some drip on from the thrift store. They got shit in there, little 5 points. You go spend $50, $60 over there, little 5 point, and get dressed. You feel what I'm saying? And if you know how to do it, then you can do it the right way. So, you know, I think getting dressed is very important. I think that just naturally as a people, we like to get dressed. I mean, black people, the flyest people in the world. Everywhere we go in the world, we go to China, we go anywhere in the world, they look at us. They look at us like God. That's because we the flyest people. We got the best charisma. We got the most charisma. I mean, we naturally talented. We naturally know how to play sports. This is why we run all the sports. You feel what I'm saying? This is why we the best dancers. We the best artists. All the music started with us. All the jazz from soul, even country music. As much as they want to try to take that everything, rock and roll, all that started with us. You feel what I'm saying? Dressing started with us. So everybody in the world is looking at us for that kind of for style, and it's not for no reason. And so I think style and dressing is always going to be important. For sure.
Man, that's amazing, man. Like, you hit a lot of points tonight, man.
Yeah.
Like, for sure, man. Definitely insightful, man. Just to tap inside your mind, man. And I mean, like, got the project out, volume 1, volume 2.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? IAM, y'all heard that. Y'all know what's going on. Tap into that, man, when y'all see this. And I mean, is anything you want to leave the folks with, man?
Nah, I think, you know, I'm just flowing with you, bro. I'm flowing off your vibe. You know, we touched on everything that that I wanted to promote. I am in volume 1. I want y'all to get into the music and just live with it. You know, the music is to like build the people up. Outside of just having fun and dancing, like that's one part of it, and feeling good. That's an aspect of it. But this is music that you can like go to the gym with. I got songs on there that it's like you can put on as soon as you wake up in the morning. Just like that Kanye West, like you can play that good morning as soon as you wake up. That's one of them records that 20 years from now you can play when you wake up and get you going. It's like I'm trying to make music for you to live with. I want to make music for your life. I want to make music that's like, if I'm going through something emotionally, let me go play this song. This is going to help me get through that. This is going to help me think, you know what I'm saying? Or this is going to help me ultimately reach my higher self and get through the process of life. I want the music to help you to get through the process of life. So the music that I'm making, it actually has a purpose. You know what I'm saying? It's not just I'm rapping just to rap, not rapping just because I want to be famous, because I want to have a whole lot of girls chasing me and stuff like that. That's actually like in my prayer, like even today as I'm praying to God, I'm like, God, I want you to know, like when I get the platform, I'm going to use my influence to point people back to your direction. You know, I'm not doing this for no self-glory. You know what I'm saying? Now, the glory is going to come with it, but this is not for me to be glorified. This is not for me to just, look what I've done. Look at all. Nah, this is so I can bless people. You know what I'm saying? If when I get $1 million, you know how many people, when I get billions of dollars, how many people around me gonna be straight? You know how many lives I can change with that? When somebody got the right mind, somebody like us get that bag, you feel what I'm saying? With the right minds and with the right heart, with the right intentions. And that we can invest 10, 20, 30 here. That's 5 businesses for people around us. You feel what I'm saying? Now we growing money. Now we done hired our family. But, you know, most of us don't have these mindsets. And it's like the mind that I have, it's going to be different. It's going to be real different when we really go to that level. And so I'm looking forward to it. I'm just looking forward to that, and I'm excited about it, and I want to stay connected with all the people that's around right now. I want to stay connected with y'all, and so as we all coming up, what I'm saying, we just collaborating and we keeping it going, man. And once again, like, I just appreciate y'all having me. I was excited to come, speak my piece. Me and you, we got music together as well. I'm happy for what you're doing. I'm proud of you too for keeping it going, bro. This is dope. Using your gift in different ways, because we already know you gifted as well as a musician, but being able to articulate yourself and come and sitting up here on this podcast and speaking and talking, that's dope. We need to see more of that, and so I'm rooting for you, bro. Real talk.
Man, vice versa, man.
Yeah.
You said a lot, man, and I can't wait to get this back and really rewatch it and just hear everything you said, man, because I'm sitting over here and I'm learning and I'm listening to you, and I know everything is pure, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I respect and I rock with you, big dog.
Nah, I rock with you too, bro. I appreciate it, bro. I know sometimes when I get to talking, and that's why I really don't be doing a whole lot of interviews, because I know I'm super transparent, and I got to be careful with that too. Especially the more influence that I have, I got to be careful because I'm very opinionated, and I have a lot of strong opinions with stuff, And so I got this is actually my PR calling me. See, that's a sign. Let me shut up. But this about something else. But anyway, I'm super opinionated, and I'm real transparent. I'm like an open book, And so it's like anything you ask me, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100% real about everything. And so it's like I think that's gonna be a good thing, but we'll see how it plays out in my career, because you never know. I might say something one day that some crazy shit that might go viral, and then niggas gonna be looking at me. But at the end of the day, like you said, it's gonna be pure. You feel what I'm saying? And I can actually back the things that I'm saying up with knowledge. I ain't just talking out my ass. You feel me? Real talk.
Yeah, I heard it, man.
Yeah,
Look,
bro.
man, this is King J. I'm kicking it with
King
my boy
J.
Issa, and this is the good news, man. Tune
Good
in.
news, brother.